morning, everybody. Today we are traveling from Trieste to Florence. It's funny because I actually escaped Florence to Trieste, but when I realized there's nowhere for me to stay, it was either sleep on the streets or go back to Florence. So I decided to go back to Florence, and that's this video. Myself a Red Bull, and I need some fruit for the day. So some papaya will do. That's good. Really came over to Trieste because I heard it was super cheap here, and while it's decently cheap, it's nothing that different from Florence, and I could not find anywhere to stay. So now I'm headed back that way. It's interesting because in Florence, they warn you so much about pickpockets, and I'll actually roll the clip, but within my first 5 minutes there, I got pickpocketed. So we're going back into that territory. All right, y'all, we are on our train now, and 5 hours, and then we'll be in Florence. So I will catch you there. All right, y'all, I'm back in Florence. Last time I was here, I got pickpocketed within 5 minutes. I swear, I'll go to an Italian prison, get to our hostel, and then go find some food. We are officially out on the streets. First thing I like to do when I come to these new cities, I've already been in Florence, so this is my normal grocer. But I like to go to the grocery store, get a feel for prices of things, how much you can get certain things compared to America where I grew up. So let's go find out what you can get a protein shake for here. All right, y'all, $2.65. $2.65. The other day I was here, I got one for $1.50, and it had even more protein in it, so I put that back. We're gonna go find ourselves the cheapest pizza in Florence. What I love about Florence is so far the people are so friendly, and you're greeted with hospitality. I'm walking through the streets right now. I want the most authentic Italian pizza. I'm talking the balls of the mutts and everything, but I'm getting so hungry that I'll settle for anything under $6 right now. Here's a pizzeria. Let's check out the prices right here. Let's see. Margarita, €7. We will keep it on our list, but that's a bit expensive for me. I'm traveling on a super tight budget right now. It's tough because I didn't do too much planning coming into this. It's the peak season out here, and lots of people are already booking the hostels, and I'm getting unlucky, and I've almost had to sleep on the streets a couple times now. I just asked my man back here where the best pizza's at. He said walk straight down this road, take a right on the 3rd Street, and it should be there, so I'm gonna go check it out. Everyone's out getting gelateria and having a good time. This is a beautiful city. There's so much to see here, so I don't blame them. Here's the beer selection. They drink a lot of Heineken here, but I think that this is the most authentic to the area, so we're gonna get the Peroni. We got our beer. Peroni, I think this is my first time having this one, so let's give it a try. She opened it for me. Oh, buona. Oh my God, there's a pizzeria right down the street. This is how I remembered Florence. Pizzeria, pizzeria. There's never-ending pizzerias. Which one should we choose? I'm settling for €7 tonight. It's a bit expensive for Italy. The lowest I've gotten one for is 4 in Genoa, but I'm pretty hungry, so let's go see what an Italian pizza is like in the middle of Florence. Hey y'all, we ordered our pizza, and I have no idea what it'll be like, but after this I'm going to show you guys around Florence and maybe get some gelato. Let's see what this pizza is like. All right, y'all, we got exactly what we wanted. Now let's give it a try. Oh goodness gracious. This is exactly what I needed after a long day of travel. Even though it's a bit expensive for Italy, compared to America, it can't be beat. But I finished this in like 5 minutes. Literally the best pizza I've ever had, maybe. All right, we are done in the pizzeria, and I come outside, and it is absolutely gorgeous out. Oh, and there's a gelateria right next door. But I think we're gonna go walk and try to find a different one because I want to see more of the town. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful out right now. So we're coming up on the plaza right now. This is the Duomo. It's actually a really big spot of getting pickpocketed, so we gotta watch our backs when buying things like this. People will come up and snatch whatever's in your pocket. But I know there's a gelateria here somewhere, so let's go find it. Absolutely crazy that this stuff still stands. Ciao, ciao. Yeah, grazie. It's honestly insane to see that it's still standing, and let alone this is better than any architecture in all of the Western world. This was built before America was even a country. All right, we were walking up on Don Nino. We're gonna check out some gelato. They were skimping on the gelato there for the tourist price, so I actually walked out. But damn, man, I'm just in awe of the Duomo. I think it's called the Cathedral de Santa Maria, and it was built in 1296, which is just, I cannot even believe how the wear and tear has held this thing up. It's a little bit crazy. Oh, gelato right here, guys. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, that's what we're going for. Could I do 1 scoop of mango, please? For the mango tonight, in front of the Duomo. For YouTube. YouTube. Grazie. Ciao. All right, y'all. We got our gelato. Authentic to Italy. I got mango. I'm gonna test out this gelato, see if it's worth the hype. I paid €3 for it. It's literally so good, like worth every fucking euro, baby. Next to the Duomo, and every restaurant's packed. All the tourists are out, and the bell's ringing. I have no idea what time it is. As soon as I walked into my hostel, since I've actually already stayed there 4 nights, the front desk person was like, Alice! And he was so happy to see me back. He was like, you know how this goes? And just very greeted with hospitality, like I said. You can always sort of tell with the prices of things in towns how touristy they are. And I don't know if this is an Italian thing, a European thing, or just because I'm in a super touristy part of Italy, but they charge you for a tablecloth. So I had to pay $2 or €2 for a tablecloth tonight, and I just think that's a little bit bizarre. They also charge you for tap water, and it's the things like that that kind of deter me from places like this. But the history is so rich, and you kind of have to experience it if you're in the area. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Kind of fucks my budget, but I guess it is what it is. So it is the next day here in Florence. I've realized how many scammers there are out here, and they try it in all sorts of ways. Personally, attempted to be scammed. I've been pickpocketed here, and I want to just show that side of Florence. So as you can see, I'm gonna walk past one right now. It's quite crazy how this goes on just everywhere. It happens literally all over the circle. Now it's crazy because I've actually been, now that I think about it, I've been scammed another time after doing my own research into these scams. So I paid $7 for a beer along with $7 for a pizza. And I had my suspicions, like, who the hell charges beer, like a little glass of beer for €7? And I found out that that's a common thing they do actually in Florence, is charge people an absurd amount for beer or wine. So when you are eating out, you got to make sure you ask the price before you get it, because it is very common for them to upcharge tourists, which I think is bullshit. And another thing is the whole bracelet thing. I would respect it if they were trying to hustle the bracelets and not be little tricksters about it. But as soon as you try to play a trick or guilt trip someone into giving you money, that's when it becomes scummy to me. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and do not get scammed. Have the best time in Florence. It's beautiful here, and if you know what you're doing, you're not gonna get scammed.